Camera rolling. And 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Leadership Sketches, our weekly reality check on creative leadership. Every week, I will share ideas, thoughts, and reflection on leadership, creativity, and everything in between. We are at our fourth sketch. So today I want to share one of my favorite analogies that I teach in my courses and in my masterclass. And it will be a challenge. It will be a challenge because I don't know really how to sketch this. So I'll try to do my best, but be patient with me. So this sketch is called The Supreme Quest of Alchemy. And there are three key points I want to cover in this sketch. One is the concept of value, the concept of effort, and the concept of reward. Okay? So before science was a thing, there was alchemy. Alchemy was a proto-science, we can say. And one of the greatest challenges of alchemy was the idea to, it's called transmute, what we called lead, which in science is called Pb, which has atomic number 82, into gold, which has atomic number 79. Okay? This is my representation of the periodic table. Now, if we look a little bit closer at this process, first of all, the first reaction is, oh, this is impossible. Well, let's look a little bit. So if we try to draw the atom, let me see if I can do this. I'll try to do it again. Okay. Yes. Okay, so lead, and this will be challenging. Okay, so I will sketch it the best way that I can, and let's see. Okay, so imagine that this is an atom of lead. Every atom has several. So if you are a chemist or if you are an engineer in chemical, don't comment that it's not accurate. I'm doing this inaccurately, not on purpose. It's that there are 82 of them. So I'm not gonna, I don't remember if this is a 3 or 4, but okay. So you get the sense, okay? These are the protons around the atom of lead. Now, by any means, there is no chemical way that we can get lead to release 3 protons, okay? So, as we said, what happens is that we have to go from 82 to 79, okay? Now, chemically, we can't do this, but we could do this with energy. We could apply a really, really high amount of energy so that the molecules of lead will release 3 protons. Now, interesting enough, you need so much energy that although is it possible, it's actually feasible, the resulting amount of gold that we will receive is so tiny that, you know, the cost of putting all this energy to release these 3 atoms, it doesn't make sense to receive this the resulting 79 atom of gold. Okay, so think about it. If I have to get an analogy, imagine that this is not technically correct, but it will give you an idea. Imagine that you have, you know, a ton of lead, right? And you have to put a lot of energy, and you will get like a drop of gold. So technically it's possible, but the amount of energy that goes into this is so much, so great that the resulting is not worth it. Now, this is a wonderful analogy, and why do I represent this wonderful analogy? Because most of the time, when we start from lead and we try to, with a lot of effort and a lot of communications effort, or we try to put a lot of pressure on these elements, we want lead to become gold. But the question that we should ask ourselves is it worth it? Is it worth it to put all this energy, all this effort to make things work when by their nature they're broken, or by their nature they're not working? Now, of course, we are looking for the gold, right? Let me see. We want the gold. This is our journey, right? We do want to create the gold, no? But and finding gold is hard, right? If we look, the process of finding gold or digging gold is not easy. It's not easy. It takes effort as well. But we will be much more better off to focus on finding the gold, or we can say reshaping the gold, something that has already value, rather than taking something that has no value or little value and apply this and try to apply this immense amount of energy to create something that not necessarily is going to be worth it. So this analogy is something that we see a lot in the business world, and especially when we talk about leadership. We tend to put a lot of effort on the things that not necessarily will yield the appropriate result, or the satisfactory result that we want. So maybe sometimes with these analogies, let's step back and let's look at, like, are we actually trying to transmute lead into gold? Or should we take a pause and reflect on how can we actually find the gold? And this is something that, sometimes we need to let go. We need to let go of this idea and give up, in a sense, of this idea that everything is possible. Sometimes not everything is possible. But there is gold. There is gold to be found. There is gold in everything we do. And in every organization, there are a couple of gold nuggets, we can say, laying there. They are these little gold nuggets. And sometimes they're very deep, and they are deep into the mountains. But if we put the effort, instead of putting all this effort in trying to, push a product that is not great, or pushing, trying to do, just because we have always done it this way, trying to push these ideas, instead of saying, okay, let's take a break and let's refocus, let's restart, and let's discover what are the real golden nuggets. What are the golden nuggets that we can find from within our organization? And yes, they might be hidden, and yes, maybe you've been doing fine with the lead that you have now, but not necessarily this will actually bring you the desired result that you want. So let me ask you, how would you find your golden nuggets in your own organization or within yourself? What are those little things that, although they look much more challenging, and also the fact that they are not in front of our eyes, but we have to dig a little bit further to find them. What would you do? What would you find? How would you go through the process of discovering these gold nuggets? As usual, this is Leadership Sketches. I'm Gianluca Cinquepalmi. And don't forget, until next sketch, inspire, challenge, and disrupt.